Alright, what is up everybody? It's Warbird987, coming to you with an interior video for the Town Hall build that I did a while ago. I just want to start off by saying thank you for all of the feedback on that, and all the positive comments. It was really cool to see. And so one of the things that I've been getting requested a lot is the interior of the build. So I do want to start this off by saying I don't consider myself to be the best interior builder, but I'm pretty happy with the design I got, so without further ado, I think I'm going to go ahead and start this off by giving you a little tour of what the inside's going to look like before we go ahead and do that. So, just to start off, so this is a town hall, so I figured you're going to need two things in a town hall. And especially because a lot of people said that they're building this on like Realms or other servers, I have a little meeting area for you. Somebody can sit up here, just kind of chill, talk to the crowd, let them know what's going on. It's pretty cool. So with that, I also built in some little office space here for you. So, you've got the desks, you've got your book to write in. I thought the banner looked kind of cool as like maybe a PC or something, monitor. So there's that. You got the water cooler right here. And then you got the big man, the big boss. Not necessarily man, just big boss. Got that seat for him. When you sit right here, look out over everything, let him know what's up. So, and then there's also this big spiral staircase. I mean, that's pretty obvious why when you come in. So up here, I was thinking of ideas for the design, what I wanted to do, but I couldn't come up with anything that I really liked. Because I like this to be just like an observation thing. The whole point of this is to be able to look out over your city, so just threw some seats up here. That's all. Maybe in the future I'll come up with something there, but I personally just kind of liked where that was at. So, without further ado, we're gonna head over to this build and go ahead and get started on the floor. Okay, actually, I just realized, before I get started on the floor, I want to go ahead and put the materials list up on this, so you can see what you're going to need to make this. So, okay, so now that you got that, I think for the floor design, it's easier just to show you a picture of this, because I'm going to be using the polished basalt here, and I think it's pretty easy to see how many blocks you're using, especially with the way that I have this picture shown. So that's already up on the screen. You can see that now. If you want to pause and go ahead and just take a look at that, that's probably a good idea. But with that, I'm just going to go into a time-lapse of that build because I don't think it's that detailed. So just going to go ahead and time-lapse that. Okay, so now that we got the floor done, I want to go ahead and work on the spiral staircase. So what you're going to want to do for this is use the dirt blocks or temporary blocks, whatever one you feel comfortable with, and just bring it all the way down to the floor around this like bottom edge. So the reason for this is just going to be, it's easier to line it up if you create basically like a giant like circle shape-ish thing that comes all the way down, because that way you can use the slabs pretty easily on the walls of it, and it makes it pretty easy for doing spiral staircases. So I'm just gonna go ahead and time-lapse this bit since it won't. So now that we got this outline done, to follow this up, we can go ahead and start the staircase. So I think it's just kind of easy, just start off at the base level. I mean, this step you can kind of freestyle a little bit, whatever you like seeing a bit more, you can add it in. I mean, that's no big deal. But I think it's easy just to kind of go up like this, keep going up half slab each time. Yeah, it just keeps it pretty simple, pretty easy. So just gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna walk through the whole thing of this just because I know sometimes it can get to be a little much. if you haven't really done spiral staircases. I mean, this is one of like my first ones, and maybe, you know, it looks not too spirally, but it's not that bad. I think it fits for this build. But it's, like I said, it's pretty simple to do this. I mean, you can see that this is just going up 1/2 slab each time, and then in these corners it's like this little L shape. So, you know, you see that the 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the 3 here and the L. And that pattern is literally just repeated the entirety of this staircase. It's super simple, and I think it looks pretty good once you're done. So we just take this all the way up here, and then what we want to do is take it up so that way we're about level with these, the lights here. Well, not the lights, the windows here. Because this allows us to actually utilize this floor, which I think is, you know, that's the whole point. So then we fill in this on the floor so we can actually some stuff up here at one point. Make sure to put it right at the level below these windows, so that way you can actually build something on it. Otherwise, you won't be able to do like anything with that. Okay, so since we've got these built, we can already go ahead and grab the quartz stairs. These, I mean, you're more than welcome to make your own thing up here. I think that's kind of one of the cool things about this, is it's kind of just up to you how you want it. But I like this because it's like a little seat to look out. You can check it out, look at all the builds, look at all my builds that I've done in my practice world, and then just, you know, have fun with it. So at this point, we can go ahead and remove all of this dirt. That way, you know, we can get started on adding the actual exterior of it. Because I think that when it comes to this, if this was standing alone, it would look really weird and wouldn't look normal. So what we got to do is add in some supports after this. So what I like to use is the spruce logs. It's the same thing that's used here, and it kind of brings the whole thing together. Okay, so now we've gotten all the dirt removed, and I think this looks really cool. I really like the way it looks. So the next thing you're going to want to do is, where each of these L-shaped things bends at, is actually where we're going to be putting support pillars in, basically. So this way it actually looks like it's supported, because otherwise it looks awkward. If you don't have the support here, it just looks like it's floating, and that doesn't look super realistic. What this does is it helps add in, it makes it look like it actually is supported by something, by these pillars, instead of just a spiral staircase that's floating in nothing, which, like I said, doesn't really look too good. If you've seen any of my like survival series, I've kind of been a bit lazy on that, and my staircase just is floating. So that I'm letting you know from personal experience right there. I don't think it looks great. It's just been me kind of being a little bit lazy with it. But yeah, so what this does is this allows us to still we make it look even. There's designated spots for the wood based on how we built with the dirt. So then, when you come down here, now it actually looks like it's supported. So that's why I really like doing that. Okay, so now moving on to the next step. Before we do the meeting room, one thing that I want to do is add the kind of like stone support of this archway. It also kind of helps section this off. So what you want to do is, on this first indent line, so this will be the same on both sides. So you notice this is where that side build starts, and it's the same over here. You're going to want to add in stone supports. So this just kind of helps section off this area, like I was saying. So the way I like to do it is you go 1, 2, 3 up, and then add stairs here. Then you add stairs facing down, so it looks like that. And then you got to go another couple up, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then add another stairs here. So you got 4 up, then you got the stairs. This 2 more up, add in the stairs. And then what I actually like to do here, so I will these are the ones I don't think I can take out. So we're gonna do it like this. add in one like this. We're just doing this outline so that way I can add in the stairs. Sorry about that. So 1, 2, 3. And on the fourth one we get stairs. We got stairs right here. And we go up with it. We add the downstairs. We add the downwards facing stairs here. And then also add 2 right here. Oh, no, that's not how it should look. So overall, I know this little thing, it's not the best looking, but I kind of like it. It gives a little bit of depth to the wall instead of it just being the one thing. I know it's only a small amount, but that's what it should look like by the time you're done. And that's actually going to be important for when we do the ceiling, because the ceiling will be based on how we do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. So 1, 2, 3. Fourth one is the stairs. And we got the upside down stairs here. Go up here. I feel like it's just probably easiest to outline this. Do the same exact thing we did before. So 1, 2, 3. Stairs here. Oops. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And stairs there. Stairs there. That's actually, there's not supposed to be stairs on this one. This is supposed to just be stone bricks. And then the stairs go here. So, as you can see, we've got the same thing on each side. That just help, like I said, that's going to help for the overall ceiling of it, because then what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to grab some dark oak slabs. So this is important because this will kind of even out how the ceiling looks all around, because right now it's cool having the arching ceilings and everything, but it kind of looks messy. So then what you do is place the slabs there, and then, one sec, I'm gonna get a torch. Apologize, that's a lot darker than it should be. There's no reason for that. Throw some over here. I want to make sure you guys can actually see what's going on. I mean, I know what I've built this already, so it's like I know what's going on, so that's kind of cheap. So, okay, so we've got this on the top of here. Go down another one here, and then do your other 2 slabs right here. So it goes 2 slabs across, 1 slab, 2 above. So then what we're going to do, we're going to just take this all the way to the side here. So the reason we do this is so that way when you're looking down from below, which I'll show you in a second, the ceiling looks much more normal and natural. Even though, you know, like the outside, you do see the high archways and stuff, it looks more normal to see it this way, because that way when you get the below view, it just looks like that, which I guess is kind of hard to see. It's not lit up. So that's what it ends up looking like. And then we also want to do a similar thing, well, not a similar, we want to do the exact same thing on this side. So we go there, 2 on the top of it, 2 there, 1, 1, 2, and we take that all the way out until here. Basically, we want to make sure we have a good stopping point to start with, because eventually what we want to do is we do want to take this all the way to the staircase, because if we don't take it to the staircase, then you're going to be able to see over the top of it, which we do not want at all. But, you know, you also want to be able to see out these windows. Okay, so now we're looking at the front of the building, and we do want this to be slightly higher than the sides, because the front goes a little bit higher. So what we're going to want to do for this to mark it out is go ahead and start it 1 block above this. So that way we can do something like this, because we want to be able to see out this window. You know, that's like one of the whole points, the whole purpose of having that is to be able to see out that. So from there you go 2 over to the side, go 1 down, place 1, and then you should have 2 at that level. So that puts it at the same, that'll put that 1 above that, so overall the arch will go slightly higher on the front. So basically bring this out to the same level here, because then we have to make it so the ceiling looks kind of closed off from the stairs. So what we're going to do with this one is take it to right here, so it's going to be the same level as this. Actually, we want to make sure that this is actually... We want to make sure that it's even with this front on this top part. And I'll show you why, because it will look better from the bottom than just having a bunch of random stuff out here. So, and yeah, there's gonna be some gaps there for now, but we are gonna fix that. Don't worry about that. That's just for now. So then on the sides, take these roofs all the way over. So that way they're once you get to like a certain level on the stairs, it should feel like you're at the ceiling level, so you can't go any further. That's kind of like the whole point. It just feels more natural at that point. And then you might be thinking like, okay, well that's cool and all, but we have these giant gaps now. What are we gonna do with those? Well, we're actually gonna be adding in like some little cubby hole things just to add in some extra stuff for fun. I don't know. I find it kind of entertaining to do that. And then you can add like small decorations here and there. Okay, so actually with this one, you do not want to cover up the window. That kind of would negate the whole purpose of the window. So basically, when you get to the opposite side, just frame in the window. You don't have to frame it all the way up. You want it to be about even with that. So then, you're gonna want to just kind of fill in the gaps when it comes to this part. So you put one right there, add another one right here, and then fill in one deeper. So that way you've got a little bit of depth here. Oops. I always do that. I forget where the slabs are placed at like what level, and then it messes me up. Not a big fan of doing that. So yeah, remember this is on like the same level where you want to start basically with this window. I think it's easier to base it off there for filling in these holes, because this is where you shouldn't see above the ceiling. It would look weird if you do it. So then we do the same thing on this side. Oops, gotta add a slab there. And it looks like at this point during editing, I realized it actually would have been really cool to do like second story rooms right there. So if that's something that you do, let me know. I feel like I'd really like to see how that turns out. But yeah, that's just another idea I had during editing. So. Okay. Oops, we need to add a slab in here. See, so the reason for doing this and adding this stuff in is because now, when we see it from below, now the ceiling looks much more natural, much more manageable. It doesn't look as wild as it does before, and it looks a little bit more organized, which is basic. That's what you want to go for, because otherwise it'll look unnatural and the build will look unfinished. So now what we got to do is grab a lectern. We got to grab some lanterns, lecterns and lanterns. I guess that keeps it relatively easy. And then I also want some bookshelves. So basically what I'm going to do now is work on the meeting room section, because I like the way it looks. It kind of helps tie everything together. So this is actually pretty easy to start with. So at the very first line where you see that it goes from, the basalt going this way to that way, you take these two center lines, place two planks here, two stairs here, and then we're going to put the lecterns up here, and then add trapdoor here, here, add it on the side here, trapdoors here, here and here, one here. So the reason for that, so now it looks like a speaking stand. And then what I did on mine was I actually took one of the books with writing in it. Basically, I like the way that lecterns look when you put the books in them. I don't know. If you don't have to do this. But I just think it looks kind of cool. And you know, if you're having meetings with your buddies and you want to get a little bit more immersive, you know, you can do that. You can take notes or something. I don't know. Just have fun with it. So then what we do is we take right here, right to the right of the stone. We do this. Go up just a little 3, and then 1. Kind of just an L shape, just to add in a little bit more color back here. So then you get some of those. Because otherwise you're looking at just like a lot of brown, a lot of gray, and that's not really what you want here. So in this corner and this corner, put the stone walls, so that way you can put a little lantern on them. Oh, you just put, wow, nice. Okay. So the next step is going to be to add in the benches, so that way you can actually have people sitting in here. So basically what you want to do, from here you go 2 out, so 1, 2 here, and you want to leave this one open so people can actually walk up to the thing. This first one, only 3, so that way it looks like that, because otherwise if you go further over here you couldn't really see, so it wouldn't be really realistic. Skip 1 back, 1, 2, 3, and then do 4 here, and then same with here, we go, and then we go all the way to the edge here, so that way basically it just gets progressively longer the further you go back. It helps to add for, I don't know, I like the effect of it like cascading down to smaller parts. So then what we want to do is we want to mirror this on this side, so from the lecterns we go 1, 2, 3, and then we want to leave this one open since that would be the pathway here, and then we go 1, 2, third one right there, 1 back, 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, sorry, that should come on like that so it looks a little bit bent. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what I like to do for these, you don't have to do this. This is just what I like to do, is add in the dark oak trapdoors, because it kind of makes it look different than, you know, the rest of it. And I didn't want to use the spruce trapdoors because otherwise it would look exactly like the stand. And you don't really want that. You don't want it to look like the stand is the same as the seats. So we do the same thing over here with the trapdoors. Okay, so now you can see, so you have these benches, you have everybody's kind of looking up towards it. I don't know, I think that's kind of cool looking. Personally, maybe you don't, that's fine. So then what we're actually going to do now is when things are going to start looking a little bit better. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab paintings, because we want to make sure to use some of those. We also need to make sure we have iron bars, because this will help with our all of our hanging lights and everything. It looks better when they cascade from bigger to smaller. So firstly you take one right here, you put a wall right here, and then you add the iron bar there, and then add the lantern. Which I think that's a pretty like standard way of doing lanterns. I don't think that's nothing new. So then you kinda got that, I don't know, I think that looks cool. Maybe you don't. You can do it separately if you want. It's all entirely up to how you want it. So then what I also did is above these I added in 2 paintings. It's right there and there. It helps add in for like some cool looking things. So then what we'll do, we're gonna do this. So we get a 1 by 1. Yeah, obviously you don't have to add the paintings if you don't want to. I think it looks kind of cool having them in there. And once again, it's to break up like that excessive brown that you're going to see when you're looking up this way. So as you can see, so we've got the meeting area done. So the next one we're going to need to get a hopper for, and as well as some dark oak fences and dark oak fence gates. So I actually found this design. I tried doing a bunch of chandelier designs and they didn't really come out how I wanted. So I looked it up, and I've went ahead and linked that video in the description, so you can check out where this comes from. But yeah, so what I like to is, so I gotta grab my banners, because the banners help add some color. Actually, before we get started on that, one thing I also did with the banners is just add them in the background here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It just adds color. You could probably add a different color if you like, but I like the red because it looks like the bookcases. And then what you do, you just go up here. You can come out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you want this to kind of be in the center of it, so you go 1, 2 fences, then you put the iron bar, and then what we do is we do the little 4 cross section. So it looks like that. Then what you do is add the hopper here. Then we add in the slab here. Then add some fence gates on the side of this. Okay, then add in the fences. Oops, do not want that. And then what you do is you hang the lanterns. So you hang the lanterns from the low ones. And then on the top ones, you set the lanterns on top of it. And then on the slab, you add in your banner. So in that guy's video, it was a red banner, so I figured, might as well just make all the banners red. It looks cool. It adds in a big thing. So then when you're done, it looks like that. I think that looks really cool as a chandelier. So definitely check out that video in the description below if you want to see the original creation of that, because I think, like I said, I think it looks really cool and they did a great job on it. So definitely want to make sure that they get the credit for that. So then, now that we've already got the red banners, what I did is just went down the entirety of this and add them to it. It adds more color to the build and makes it look not so dreary and all wood and brown. You can add a different color banner if you want. If you do add a different color banner, make sure to change those color of banners. Make sure to change these color of banners. It'll tie everything together, which you don't want everything to be kind of disjointed and whatnot. Otherwise, it looks kind of jarring. And like I said, the red works well because it blends in with the bookcases, the books in the bookcases. So if I was to do this with a different one, I think another color I would recommend, try to do either a blue or a green to match these, because it ties everything in together. So we just add them so that way we have everything on the sides of these. So it just looks kind of cool. You got the red pillars coming down. You got all the banners and everything. It looks cool. I like the way that it looks. I think it's pretty sweet. But you could add in a different color if you'd like. I just thought that the red looked cool because of this chandelier. Okay, so for the next step, we're going to add in these stone brick walls for the kind of cubicle space. So what we do, you take this pillar right here and you go 1, 2, 3, 4 over, and then after the 4th one, you place the stone wall, and then just take this all the way over here. The reason I use walls is because they give you like that really skinny kind of like cubicle type look. I don't know, I like how that looks. I think it's pretty sweet. So then you take it 3 over from here and do the same thing on this side. So then you got it, so it looks like that. So that's like, this is where your desks are gonna be now. So one thing I also did was on the first side of this, to kind of section this part off as the office, right to the right of that, make this L shape, and then take that all the way up to there. And then do the exact same thing on this side, where you make the L shape, have it go all the way up like that. It just kind of, it looks kind of cool. I like how it looks. One sec, So I actually removed one of the walls on this side. It should be a little bit more open than that. So instead of what we said before, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should only be 6 long. Then we're gonna grab some lecterns. We want to grab the black banners, because that's what will be the, that's what will look kind of like a computer. Let's grab the dark oak trap doors again. Oh, we also need to grab dark oak stairs, because that is what we'll make look like our desks. So, first desk, you just put it up like that. Put the banner on that wall, and then add the lectern right there. Add that in there. And then you add this wall right there. Put a light in here, and then basically, you just want to repeat this process quick. So that, the lectern right there, that there. And then we also need quartz stairs. So I like to just put it right in front of this desk, That way, it looks cool. It looks like a little desk area, and then do the exact same thing over here. So we're gonna start by doing the split with the lantern, and then you can go ahead add lectern right here, add the stairs right here, there. I think it makes more sense to put the stairs in front of the lectern, which is why I did that. Just feels like that's where it should be. I don't know. Maybe if you have different thoughts, that's fine. You can do it how you want it. But that's just kind of the way I did it. See, so then it kind of looks like these look a little bit like desks. I think, especially. So now we should actually add in the quill. Once again, I just really like the way the quills look on here. I think they tie everything in pretty well. So then you just do that. You know, if you and your friends just hanging out, you type something in there. It's fun. So then we're gonna grab some bookshelves. Actually, before we do that, I want to add in this desk back here. So this is gonna be this. You know, this is the big boss desk. So you add in multiple things. One second. Okay, I actually needed to keep that. You can go ahead and add the quartz stairs. Put the banners over here. And then I should not have gotten rid of that trapdoor, because otherwise it looks kind of weird. Yeah, the trapdoor is on this side, as well as over here. So now you got this desk done. So now what we want to do is we want to decorate the office space a little. So for this, you're going to want to grab a quartz pillar. Grab bookshelves, a lever, and then grab some light blue stained glass. And so then right here, what we do, we just take it. So this goes like this. Put one there, and actually get rid of this one. Put a bookshelf there. It looks much better. I got rid of the quartz pillar, didn't I? Oof. Sorry. So then what I did is add the quartz pillar right here, the light stained blue glass, the lever, face it down. I think that's funny. I think it looks pretty similar to a water cooler. So, and then back here, straight here and here, you can add those in with the lectern. So you want to make sure you actually have this place lit up, otherwise it's not gonna work. so hot for you. And then, so here, on this back window, so what's this? This is 3 up. So you don't want it to, like, crash into your head with the light, so put it 4 up, put the wall, and put the lantern. Do the exact same thing on this side. And then on this one you can go ahead, you can skip 3, put another wall and a lantern. And then repeat that over here. So 3, wall, lantern. That way things just it looks a little bit better, it's more lit up. Add in a wall here, here. I guess it's not going to put a lantern there because we have the... Actually, no, this is what it's supposed to be. So put the walls right on the inside of that. Wall, wall, lantern, lantern. I also think it's cool to have the lanterns at the entrance, so place them there and there. And then one thing I actually need to do before I forget, we actually need to do the second chandelier. So grab the hopper, and then we need the fences, some dark oak. Okay, do we need anything else? We have the red banners. Okay, so as we did, so we came over 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. The same thing, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We put 1, 2. That. And do the dark oak fence, do the 2 thing. Add in the hopper. Oh, I didn't grab slabs, did I? And add in your fence gates here. Oops. Okay. And then add the lanterns to the bottom here. Okay. So, now when you come in, you've got your staircase, you've got your office space for, you know, all the work that you're getting done. You got your water cooler. I love that. I'm sorry. And then you got the little meeting area. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure to like the video or just let me know what you think. Also, if you have any suggestions for improving how this looks, definitely feel free to let me know, because I'm always open to improving my own build style, and just kind of trying to make things look a little bit better. I really was happy with how this turned out, so go ahead and let me know your thoughts if you want. So, thank you.